Okay, let's try the same explanation again in another friendly way. If we were going to talk about the toes of a human being, it's really interesting. The toes have toenails. And one toe is kind of big, and then the last toe is kind of small. And those are just the details. Okay, now if we were going to mention that in our human family there is a clitoris and there is a penis, and both of them are erectile tissue. They are a form, you call it like an organ. They are a form connected with and part of the body. The penis and the clitoris are a part of the body that is the erectile form. It gets big, it actually gets filled with blood, but it gets big and it feels good to touch and interact with the penis and the clitoris. And this is just a part of the body. It's just like, just a functional part of the body. And I mean, if you were all embarrassed about talking about leaves on a tree and we just didn't talk about leaves, that would be kind of weird. But in some ways, the penis and the clitoris are these things. They're just part of an ordinary life, and they are hidden. They're not talked about. And there is an opportunity to practice and learn how to talk about them more realistically in the family, literally as we flow along through our lives. So the realities of those two parts of our collective human body are going to be discussed even by the children and the youth, because they're going to have, funny, interesting questions. And we can tell them, hey, oh my gosh, okay, this feels so wonderful. And here's how this works. And it's so interesting that all the mammals in the whole world do not come together and enjoy or reproduce face to face. Only only the male and female come together face to face, eye to eye, body to body. And it's so interesting because you can see the face of your friend who is enjoying you, and they can see your face, and they can see that you are enjoying them. And it's such an interesting, it's kind of a work of art. Like, who the heck designed that? Why can't we just tear off a piece of our fingernail and plant it in the ground and just get a brand new human being? There's a million different ways that new human beings could start. And there are a million different ways that human beings could interact in a pleasurable way. Like, what if we just put our hands together and that was like a really neat kind of ecstasy? It's really kind of an arbitrary design, this penis and clitoris. The woman has a big stiffy on the inside, and the man has a big stiffy on the outside. And they both fit together like a puzzle. And that's just interesting. But it takes some agreement and understanding, and it takes some discernment and some planning to come together well. So, continue to be wise and communicate. Consider the special boxes on the wall that let the whole family care about the flow of the woman, giving her 14 days of special love and care, and the flow of the man, giving him 24 hours until the next sundown of special love and care, because the woman's going to flow and the man's going to flow. And the man flow is surrounded by almost irresistible comfort and pleasure and satisfaction. And the woman flow is surrounded by measures of pain and shame and difficulty. I mean, it is not really an easy thing to discover that there is a measure of blood flowing from your body. So the family treats the woman in her cycle with extra care for 14 whole days. Emergency, emergency. It's important that the family communicates more about all these interesting things so that we can be more realistic. Remember, folks, that which is resisted persists. If you're pushing something away so intensely that you're never talking about it, then that thing has actually become the biggest thing in your life. If you talk about it casually from time to time, it's not such a big deal. Emergency, emergency. Learning how to have simple communications about the female reality and the male reality and how to be family. Yay! Ask me about the CNC.